All right, welcome in. Just had lunch, breakfast, brunch, whatever you want to call it. Probably more lunch than anything here at Kirby's Coney Island. And we are going to head on over to Edsel Ford's house, the son of Henry Ford. Check it out on Lake St. Clair. So yeah, welcome in. We're going to head over there and see what else we might find. But I know we're going to that place. So yeah, had lunch here. Now we're heading out. Just kind of show you the complex that we're at. We're actually here in Auburn Hills.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So yeah, here we go. All right, we have made it over to the Ford house where Edsel Ford and his wife Eleanor lived here on Lake St. Clair. And so this house is now public use. He passed away, and then he passed away here, and then she passed away here, and it was their will that this place be a public place for people to come and visit. So we're going to go through and check it out. So that's the administration building to the property and the house. And this is the visitor center. And here's a little map here. Kind of shows you everything. Visitor information. It kind of shows you where everything is. So we're here at the visitor center restaurant. All the parking. And then the house is over here. So you gotta take a shuttle from over here to the house and then back. Now, I've been here once before, a long time ago when I was younger, and I don't remember any of this being here. And it all looks fairly new as well. So we're gonna go in and get our tickets. It even still has kind of the new smell to it to me. Fancy. Just kind of the layout of the property. A little bit. So here's a picture of Edsel and Eleanor Ford. Like I mentioned earlier, Edsel is the son of Henry Ford. We have a Continental. Grab some snacks and drinks. Sit down area looks like in there. I'm not going to go walk through there. It looks like it might be an actual restaurant. I'm not going to walk through there. We got a wristband. Put it on. And that gives us entrance to the house and the gardens area. Here's the shuttle bus.
Man's got my favorite shirt on. People eating tasty animals.
That's right. Thank you. This is pulling up behind the shuttle bus. You can actually see a bunch of geese in the background too back there. Yeah, this come up behind the shuttle bus here in front of the Ford house. There goes the shuttle bus there. Yeah, and we're standing outside in front of the Ford house. So we are about to go into the house here, and I just want to let you know that I have to do a voiceover because I'm not allowed to film inside the home. So I did take a lot of pictures that was allowed, and so I will talk while showing the pictures, but also I'm going to be playing some music in the background as well. So we are about to go into the home here and walk around and check it out. As we enter through the main entrance here, we walk into the main hall. This is the area where the guests were greeted as they entered into the Ford house by the Fords. So we have now moved on to the gallery. This is the largest room in the house, measuring about 1,500 square feet with a 17-foot barrel vaulted ceiling, and it was used for large parties and celebrations. And also, as with many of the interior architectural features, the Fords purchased the historical wood paneling and fireplace from an English manor home. Now, the Ford house itself was built from 1926 to 1929 and was designed by a Detroit architect, Albert Kahn. The Fords actually moved into the home in 1928, and they lived there until Eleanor's passing in 1976. This is the hallway that connects the gallery to the drawing room. And this is the drawing room. This is where Eleanor often met with the leaders of cultural and philanthropy organizations. Now, this formal social place was actually redecorated in the 1950s by the interior designer Polly Jessup, who was a real good friend to Eleanor Ford. And right next door to the drawing room is the library. This is where the Fords used this area as a family room most of the time. The children did homework and played games at the tables near the windows, and Eleanor read books and listened to the radio and enjoyed listening to the Tigers baseball games in her favorite chair. Another picture of the main hall. And this is the morning room. Despite the name and orientation to capture the morning light, Eleanor actually preferred this room in the evening. After dinner, she invited guests in to chat over coffee. Next is the dining room. Eleanor liked to dine by natural light or candlelight in this room. That is the reason there is no chandelier hanging over the table. The children sat at the smaller table by the window, but when they turned 12, they was able to join the adults at the big table. And this is the butler's pantry. The cabinets are filled with original china, silverware, glasses, and linens. The quart counters actually muffle the sounds of food preparation, and there's a call board above the kitchen door which was used to summon staff to other rooms in the house. The main kitchen is where the head cook and 5 assistants prepare daily meals for the family and staff. The refrigerators were actually electric. They were not ice boxes. The modern room, as it's known as, looks completely different from the rest of the first floor. It was originally a children's playroom until Edsel hired an industrial designer named Walter Dorwin Teague to update the modern room in 1936. Teague was well known for designing Kodak cameras, train cars, and building exhibitions at the World's Fair. He gave this room a streamlined, aerodynamic look, integrating innovations like a built-in radio and speakers. This is a picture of Eleanor and her 4 kids. The flower room here is where staff created arrangement from flowers grown on the estate. And during large parties, this room served as a bar. The study room, which is actually right now being refurbished and being cleaned, was the room that Edsel kind of hung out in. Here he wrote private letters and had drinks with friends. The main staircase in the home leads up to the second floor. These stairs were actually salvaged from a 16th century English manor, and then they had to be modified to fit in this space. So we're going to go up to the second floor now and check out the rooms up there. The first stop on the second floor is going to be the dressing room. And this was actually redesigned in the 1950s by Eleanor and Polly Jessup, who also did the drawing room as well. The dressing room includes 14 closets, each decorated with hand-painted flowers. Eleanor and Edsel's bedroom suite is actually 4 rooms: the sitting room, the bedroom, bathroom, and the dressing room. Edsel and Eleanor shared this suite from 1928 when they moved in until Edsel's death in 1943. After Edsel's passing, Eleanor worked with the decorator Polly Jessup again to redesign the entire suite with a floral decor. This was Eleanor's favorite picture of Edsel, and she carried it with her everywhere she went after his death. The sitting room, more than any other room in the house, reflects Eleanor's personal taste. Here she wrote letters, conducted daily business, and occasionally ate meals and entertained family or close friends. And this was Josephine's bedroom. Josephine was Eleanor and Edsel's only daughter. She used this room from age 5 in 1928 until she married at age 20 in 1943. Then the room was redecorated in the 1950s and used as a guest room. Headed over now to the other side of the home is the governess bedroom. This was placed at the top of the stairs between Josephine and William's bedroom. After the children moved out, this became a guest room. Now this is the yellow guest room. This room was originally for 3-year-old William's nursery. When Henry II went to boarding school and William was old enough, he moved into the boys' bedroom, and this was redecorated as a guest room. Now this is the boys' sitting room. Benson and William shared this room after Henry II went away to school. They did homework in this room and hung out with friends as well. And beside the boys' sitting room was the bedroom for Benson and William. This is Henry II's bathroom. And this is his bedroom. This became his bedroom about the same time he was actually leaving home for school. He enjoyed his own private sleeping and entertainment space when he came back to see his family. And this is the hallway that leads down to the laundry room, the staff sitting room, the housekeeper's room, the butler's room, the staff dining room, and the staff kitchen. And after these last few pictures, we'll head back outside and walk the grounds. This is the front yard of the Ford house. And this is the front. There's a little bit of a better angle. Front of the Ford house. We're going to take this path. There is a paved path out here that if you stay on it takes you to pretty much everything out here. It takes you to the recreation room, takes you to the pool, takes you to I think the garage that there's some cars stored in, I'm guessing. I think that's right. But I don't know. The path is supposed to take us to everything, so we'll see if it does or not. There's some more geese. And this is the lagoon here, and those are life-size statues of Edsel and Eleanor Ford. And we're going to walk over and take a look at the lagoon and the statues. And this is from the side of the house, one of the sides, as we was walking around, heading over to the life-size statues and the lagoon. There's the chimney, one of them. And there's the lake that it sits on. That is Lake St. Clair. Yep, we're gonna walk around over here, check out the statues. So the tour lady said that these are life-size statues and that Edsel was around 5'7", and that Eleanor was around 5 foot. And this lagoon was built for one of their sons that had a pirate birthday party out here. You can see the geese there, more geese in the water. And I can hear a boat in the background out on the big lake. There's the pool over there. They got it all set up and running. But I'm gonna say it being towards the end of September, even though it is still kind of warm, they'll wind up draining it here pretty soon and getting it ready for winter. It's a big pool. Got the jets going. You got some lawn chairs, lounge chairs, whatever you want to call them. I don't know how deep it is, but I'm walking up to the shallow end. I know that. It's getting a lot shallower. They don't have these running. Got one there and then got one over there. But yeah, this is a big pool for a private pool. And then looks like it goes on out into the lagoon there. Sorry if the video seems a little off at times. It's got a bad glare hitting the screen and it's really hard to tell sometimes when I'm filming to see the screen. And right here at the end where it looks like it joins in with the lagoon, there's a little trail that it looks like it goes up to the lagoon. Yeah, there's part of it right there. Yep, there's where the water coming out of the pool. And you can walk across right here. Head on up through here. I don't know exactly where it goes. I think those is a little trail that goes down back down to the pool. Here's another trail that goes around, walks around to the lagoon over there. It's a good shot right here. Back of the house, the pool, or lagoon, I mean. Walk on around. And there's the lake. I can see a boat way out there. This is a pretty place. Big willow tree. See the pool over there through the shrubbery. And there's the pool again. All right, so yeah, this is the recreation building and the tennis court. We'll go in and take a look at it. That sun just glares everywhere. Already hanging up Christmas lights. Getting ready for the season. On that big willow tree. Alright, yeah, that one worked. And a racquetball court. The seating down through there. Stairs we can't go down. Big old bathroom. That's where I come in at. I got a little kitchen. Got a sink, stove, dishwasher. Got a fridge. You got the entertainment room over here. Big old fireplace. Got a marlin fish there. So these are sliding glass doors all around. You got that one. Let's see here. You got that one. You got that one. You got that one. So you got 5 sliding glass doors to open up. Let the breeze from the lake blow in here. Because this little recreation house and the main big house does not have air conditioning in it. And it was warm, even though they had fans throughout the home trying to keep it cool. There's some home video. It was still hot and humid in there. So yeah, that's the recreation room. Fortunately, we can't go down in the basement. We're gonna head out and walk on around. Check out some more. And we are walking up to the rose garden here. And there is actually a bride and groom here taking some photos for their upcoming wedding. So I'm gonna try not to get them in, but I already did. So
the closest shuttle is up there.
Oh well. Maybe they'll watch Rocky Top Traveler. Check it out. Yeah, this is the rose garden here. Looks like they got some whites and some pinks. Got some yellows. We'll walk to the center here. Check out this little fountain. I don't know what those are. I know they're not roses. The white ones. Those. I'm guessing all the ones around the outside are roses. I don't know. Don't know my flowers. Yeah, there they go. So that is the bride and groom to be. I had to be a little nosy and asked. And funny enough, it's the one that's going to be the husband that said in 175 days they'll be married. The bride kind of laughed and said, yeah, he's counting down. So, cool deal. Good luck to them. And congratulations, and hopefully everything works out in their lifetime. So we're gonna move on. Look out, look at the rest of this rose garden. Got seating areas there. Got one there. Kind of nice garden here with a little pool or a big bird bath, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Could be a big in-ground bird bath. I'll show you the shot back where we just come, walked across. Here we are, walking up alongside of it, staying on this gravel path, not getting into the grass. Here's some more roses around the corner. Look like, nope, yep. So the pink ones, I don't know what they are. I believe the white ones are roses. And stop. But I ain't gonna smell no roses. I don't like the way flowers smell. And that is Josephine's Playhouse, the daughter of Edsel Ford. Got more flyers out in the front. So yeah, this is a playhouse. It was for his daughter Josephine. And you can go inside. We're gonna go take a look inside of it. There's some more grounds. It was in total, I think 80 something acres here. Small doorway, because it was made for a kid. So the ceilings, they're maybe 6 foot, 6.5 foot. I mean, they're low ceilings. This must be the kitchen, the play kitchen that we're in. Cabinets. There's a sink. Here's the front door. We come in the side door. All the little furniture, the little fireplace. So it looks like they were set up for a harvest day, or they are getting set up for a harvest day. And this is kind of the front lawn looking up towards the house, but you're not going to be able to see the house because of all the trees. And this is the powerhouse. This is the back of it. This is how they supplied power and electricity to the main house. And it's right here on the lake, pretty much. There was another speedboat. So yeah, we're going to look at the powerhouse. I don't know if we can go in it or not. Look how big, thick these doors are. They're heavy doors. Heavy wood doors. I'll show you there. So here's some pictures of what everything was. Kind of talks about it. It had its own power plant. Heating the house up. Done by the Kewanee Boiler Company. Made the firebox boilers, which heated the filtered water from the St. Clair Lake. And this is pictures of the burners. They had pictures of the burners upstairs, and these are the burners down here, or boilers, burners, whatever you want to call them. Here's more of it. And this is the pipes. The tunnel goes from the powerhouse. Hey, gum, that scared the crap out of me. Over to the main house. So I guess they still use some of the stuff here. This might be what still powers the house. I don't know what that was that kicked on, but doggone, it scared me. So yeah, that's the tunnel for the pipes that runs from here over to the main house. So I said electricity. I don't know if it produced electricity or if it just produced the hot water and stuff. I don't know. Well, I guess it did both. It says electrical right there. Hot water, sanitary. I don't know. So I guess it did all of it. All right. Let's head back up. And this is a garage that Edsel Ford sometimes will park a vehicle in. Where we come in at right here. We're gonna go out though. So that is the visitor center. And this is an inlet lagoon that Edsel, he would bring his boats, park his boats over here. And it goes out into the lake, Lake St. Clair. There was probably a boathouse. I'm sure he probably had a boathouse around here, but that's no longer here. You can see a sailboat way out there. Let me try to get it for you. Here we go. See two of them.
Listen at them. Hear the wind through their feathers? Yeah.
Look at these geese all lined up in a row right here. All lined up. Coming off of the shore here over there. Yep. All the geese. There they are. Got a little rainbow it's popped up. And the geese, they're all doing roll call. You can hear them. They still out there just riding them waves in. Here comes that speedboat back. So at one time, this was probably open that we've walked across. It was probably part of the lake. And it was probably another, well, it was a lagoon, and it is a lagoon now, but it was probably open. But they've enclosed it. And I think, probably more than likely, it was probably the Fords that enclosed it. Because there was one of them, I can't remember which one, had a birthday party, like I mentioned here earlier in the video. He had a birthday party here. It was pirate themed, and they brought a pirate boat ship into this lagoon. So this is probably how they come in, and then they eventually closed it off. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for this video here at the Edsel Ford house on Lake St. Clair. Hope you enjoy it. A little bit of history. Got the big yacht sailing away out there. Got more waves crashing in. Every time a speedboat goes by, it brings them waves in. All right, well, like I said, I hope you enjoy it. Please like it, hit that big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, whether it be good or bad. Share the video out, and hit that notification bell so you know when I put new videos out. All right, so until next time, got some ducks over there, got two right here. Supper time for them and for me. All right, so till next time, I'll see you real soon. Thank you and good night. We got the ducks and the big yacht in the background. So the shuttle bus that they use comes from Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee.